Hello everyone, my name is Stacey Blackburn-Collins, and today I will be doing a presentation on preschool fluency. You should have in front of you a copy of the presentation. If you do not have a copy of the presentation, please let the facilitators know so they can get one to you quickly. Please feel free to jot down any notes or questions that you may have so at the end of the presentation we can answer them. We're going to move along kind of quickly here. The definition of fluency is the ability to read a text accurately, quickly, and with expression. Fluency is important because it provides a bridge between word cognition and comprehension. I found out in my findings that the preschool period presents a foundation for a child's later personal, social, and cognitive functioning. In this period is the basic function of language and cognition are formed. And around the age of 10, it is found out that the linear trend for growth and systematic fluency in children is at its high. Also in these studies, I found out that it's shown that there are a difference in semantic knowledge task performance between preschool children and early school children years. Just simply saying that you can tell the difference when you have that fluency introduced to you at an early period. It also tells us that the literacy has school success includes oral language, alphabet code, and print knowledge. I've also found out that teacher knowledge and respect, support, and diversity of children, families, and culture and linguistic backgrounds are important in early literacy development. Just simply stating that we have to support the diversity that we will be introduced to that will come before us. We have to be highly capable teachers to be able to implement today's challenges in early literacy curriculum. Having to make sure that we have a program in place that will fit these children and their families. We have to respect those families and have that connection with those families so that child will feel comfortable enough to come into our schools, our centers, and learn. Because if parent is not comfortable with you, the child is not going to be comfortable with you. So you have to have that connection with both of them so they feel safe enough and want to come in your room and learn. The key productive skills and abilities include the oral language, which simply is listening comprehension and oral vocabulary, alphabet code, alphabet knowledge, phonemic awareness, phonological, the ability to demonstrate sound in words and invented spelling. Print knowledge, concept about print. Other things that are really not that significant but is included is the automatic naming, RAM, the visual memory, the visual perception and abilities. Simply saying, you have to have your setting together. Have it where you have a lot of print awareness in your classroom. Have it where you have lots of phonological awareness, phonemic awareness that is around in your classroom. That alphabet code, have it around in your classroom. And you introduce it to those children throughout the year at a rate that is appropriate for them. We're going to go on into the development. The development goes into your classroom setting, phonological awareness, alphabet knowledge, print awareness, and emergent writing. Making sure you have all of the materials set there so those child can graduate from each stage into the next one. Having the men able to write, whether it's just scribbling or having some meaningful writing. You talk to them and let them tell you what they are trying to write. You also have that print awareness where they go from in the classroom to home and it coincides and they can relate it back to you that they've seen this print awareness elsewhere. Alphabet knowledge, you do those alphabets, you have those alphabets around in your classroom and it shows in those children as they progress through the year. You have strategies. You use word level, clapping words in morning message, word matchup. Syllable levels, sorting objects by name of syllables, counting syllables with B's, onset and rhyme level, singing with onset rhyme, blending with onset and rhyme. Alphabet sponging and thumbs up and thumbs down is one of my favorite. It's just a simple little game you will play with your kids as you're getting ready to transition, or you're getting ready to get ready for lunch, you're waiting on lunch, or you're getting ready to go home. You'll ask them, kids, we're going to do today this game of thumbs up and thumb downs. If the word rhymes, thumbs up. If it doesn't rhyme, thumb down. And we know that if something rhymes, it sounds the same. Cat, hat. It rhymes. Cat, wall. It doesn't rhyme. Thumbs down. Simple things as that lets the kids have fun, and you're also teaching at the same time. Then you have phonemic levels. I Spy with phonics and hopping with phonics. All right, there's a video that you can go to at YouTube, and it's simply telling you, it shows you the kindergarten fluency folder, and it has every skill that is needed for fluency, and it progresses as it gets towards the end of the book to a harder level. When you get finished with the book, you are on the right track for that child to have that fluency. 7 ways of fluency: modeling fluent reading, guided practice, reading together, try repeated reading, performance, perform some reading, time and graph some reading practices. Simply stating that you would read, time it, write down how many words they wrote, how many words they read. And as you do it a couple of times, and the scales grows up. You also have praise meaningfully. Don't just praise, oh, you did great, you did great. You have to make it meaningful praise to them, that they're really doing something and they're accomplishing something, and giving them a great reward, and keep it up. You have your policy recommendation. They recommend that children should have access to early childhood program with strong literacy components that includes clear adaptation for children with special need. Early literacy curriculum and teaching practices should be evidence-based research, integrated with all domains of learning and understandable by all staff. You want that everyone in your center to have that meaningful, have that learning, because you never know who may have to go in that classroom when that teacher is out. Early literacy access should be multiple methods and used to inform, to improve both teaching and the total preschool program. Standard for early literacy professionals should require staff to meet early literacy instructional standards. Parent involvement programs should have a strong early literacy component. And also, we're going to go ahead and summarize this up simply by saying, in my conclusion, I found in my research that I would have to say fluency is a must in an early childhood setting. We as early childhood educators have to be held accountable for introducing preschoolers to fluency, making sure that they are in an age-appropriate environment that will help them learn. We also have to work with parents by keeping them involved and educated, informed of what the literacy is. Also, employers have to make sure that staff is kept up to date with the latest research and materials that will help them plan and implement fluency in the classroom. They have some references on the next page that you can go at and look at those and get further detail in the materials that I have presented to you. We are at the end of the presentation. Is there any questions? There's not any questions. I'm glad you all came and listened to my presentation today. I want to thank you and have a great day.